But yesterday I heard one session delivered by Dr. Paul from Kenya. It brainwashed me, and I came to attend this conference or to represent the International Correction and Prison Association, abbreviated as ICPA. That being that I'm the only board member of ICPA representing Africa, and that's why I'm here.
Then I allow him to deliver the presentation. Then I will allow him to go and sit. Then I will introduce the next presenter. But one of the things I want to warn you from the beginning, I will need more questions. And the question should be directed to everybody. At the end of the session, if you give 3 questions to him, you must also give 3 questions to him. You must also make sure we are talking about fair and just here. Let's start.
The highlight from the conference on point go. The best is that this is the first ever conference of corrections in the area of health, and I think by that alone it's already a highlight. And the second is that I could really find where we have different jurisdictions within our continent that sharing almost the same problem and coming up with a better solution to the problem, which I'm confident that sooner or later we will get above the problem. And this is about handling and treating and respecting the rights of those people who are trusted to us by our courts of law. All the sessions were really good for me, but yesterday I heard one session delivered by Dr. Paul from Kenya. It brainwashed me, and immediately he finished delivering his session, I called him. We ended into an agreement. I called the Commissioner General. I told him I want Dr. Paul in Namibia so that he can assist me to train my officers on what he was presenting. I'm expecting him to give me all the documentation today because I want to read them myself, and also to go and give my officers to go and prepare. And when he come, at least we are at a certain understanding on what he's saying, and he just polish and it assist us to do what we ought to do. Because he come up with a tool that's so simple, which one can use to determine whether a person is having a psychological problem or not. And that is one of my area I've been running around, spending a lot of money to find the solution. Going sometimes Europe, America, I didn't find the solution. I came to Kenya, I found my brother who just having it all. Hence, I'm on that one. That was my highlight of the whole conference. Yeah, there were some, like you see, they say, I think today Kenya, because I didn't know Kenya is so upstairs. I thought it's just on the ground floor like us, but I realized today that it seems Kenya is on upstairs, because they also introduced today a lot of other tools. Some are just you just need a computer, and you can put monitoring and evaluation tools that making people ready to deliver and to meet the expected result. I think that was I'm impressed on, especially most of the presentation by Kenya. I said okay. That's why I understand that yes, Kenya, they are at a at the 5th floor when we are at the on the ground floor.
We have, let me say, in Namibia, we have a challenge whereby when the detainees are being transferred between correctional facility to another facility, they are coming without health documents or health records. And then I learned one of the best practices whereby from Kenya. So they are using an electronic system whereby all the informations, all the health records of a detainees, it's captured in the system, so that whenever a detainee is transferred from other facility to another facility, that person is given a code, and then to reach that facility have just to enter the code and all the health records will appear. So that is really a good practice, and I want to take that home, so that we are going to do the same thing and we are not going to have any problems. And to add on that one, even in the upon release, when the detainees is released from correctional facility to the community back into society, so in case if we are going to need any information of that, so we only go to the system and try to retrieve the information, rather than of using the paperwork whereby the documents can be misplaced, the document can get lost. At the end of the day, we remain without any documents. So that is really a good practice that I have learned, and I want to take it home and put it into practice. The presentation that I have presented, it was the topic was improving HIV services delivery in the Namibian Correctional Service, whereby initially we have a problem when it comes to HIV services, whereby our services were not standardized. So every facility was doing a different thing, and then now the Minister of Health in the country came in just to do the assessment and see how quality are we providing health care services, especially in the area of TB and HIV. So the site assessment was conducted, and then the baseline information was recorded, and then from there we able to, with the baseline information, they able to identify the challenges, what was the gaps, and then recommendation was done, and then intervention was put in place, and then we work on those interventions. We try to implement those interventions. By doing that, we have really improved our services in TB, HIV, and as we are talking now, we are really above 80%. From the most of the facility were below 70%, but now all the facilities we are above 80%, meaning that initiation that the Minister of Health has taken just to come in and assist in order for us to improve our services, it really worked for us. Looking forward for the next conference, so that as a continent we come together, we share the best practices, so that we can able to capture the best practices that other countries are doing and able to go incorporated at our countries, because we are working towards achieving one goal, which is health of detainees for the people that deprived their liberty. Thank you very much.